Okay, so now we're back, ready for a restart at the Belgium Grand Prix.
Hopefully we have another mental start, but hopefully with a lot less penalties given out this time. So let's just see what happens. The starting grid is what was the qualifying results. So we have the Alfa Romeo of 7 games on pole position, and to complete the second row it is the Mercedes of Taylor. On the second row we have the other Mercedes of Yellow Flower and Lemon. With 5 and 6 we have Chelsea and Lily. 7A is Timu and DDSM from Red Bull. In 9 is the second Red Bull of Fan, and 10 completing the 5th row is XC Jack of Ferrari. In 11th is Raymond of Haas with his teammate.
Now we have the fibrous lights.
And we are off, and it looks a very good start from St Games here. We'll keep thinking as Taylor is looking to go around, but it is defended well by St Games. As they're coming up towards, we have both Mercedes back to back, one after another, with everyone nice and tight, as we have one Mercedes maybe looking for a move, tries to switch back. Is it going to be 3 wide, or is it going to stay? I think it's going to stay 2 wide. With the Mercedes got the edge, but 7 Games is looking to go around the outside and then inside and then around the outside, still side by side, as 7 Games go wide into the gravel and will lose out on P1, but will also drop down to P4 and now P5. So not the start Alfa Romeo wanted, with Sem going to P5 and his teammate William Med going to P8. Sem now looking for the move to go to 3rd, and I think he's done it round the corner and he takes the position, so he's on his charge back, but he's currently a Mercedes 1-2 as we've got yellow flags in sector 2. I think who is so with yellow flags it's cleared up now and there will be no safety car or anything, so it's still racing. As the leader, Taylor of Mercedes, comes round the chicane at the end to complete the first lap. So after the first lap we have Mercedes 1-2. 7 Games in Alfa Romeo 3. In 4th is Chelsea of Ferrari.
When there's contact.
Oh yeah, I've seen someone go wide at turn 1. Was it the Haas?
Yeah, Ray got wing damage, I think.
He's still looking... No? Don't know if he's looking strong or what. No, I think, yeah, he's got wing damage, he's just been passed. But we have DDSM in the Red Bull looking to take a move on the Alpine, and does, taking him up in 2 points position into P10. Same Games is now caught up to the Mercedes in 2nd, Yellow Flower, only now 5 tenths between them, and he seems to be gaining on the straights. So further down we have XC Jack looking to make a move on the Alpine, and does. Is he gonna stick? He has stuck it. Now, is Sem Games able to get Mercedes and split them up to stop maybe some strategy plays, having track position on everyone else and a 1-2? Sem Games is 5 times, and I think it should be DRS now activated. Yes, DRS is now activated, so the rear wing can now open when inside 1 second and in the DRS zones, which they add to, and you will gain a extra speed of 10 miles per hour. So Sem Games now has his rear wing open and seems to be catching fast, but the Mercedes has his DRS from his teammate, so he will be able to defend. We have the Alpine now into the pits after he got damaged, so he's now into last position, now in 16th. What do you expect the Mercedes to do? Do you expect one to go long on the softs and the one to pit early, or to both dive in 1 lap after each other to be on the fresher set of tyres?
Yeah, I think both drivers are still fighting for the world driver driver championship. So
I think currently Taylor is leading the championship. Maybe I will quickly check. No, it's XD Jack in the Ferrari, who is not looking good, who leads the championship going into the race. He's now 13th. But in second there is Yellow Flower, who is currently running second, and behind him is Taylor, the other Mercedes, who are looking strong, and Mercedes are currently top of the Constructors' Championship. So both Mercedes looking strong. As Sem Games is now catching up a lot and goes maybe around the outside. He's going to attempt around the outside again. And is this one going to stick? The Mercedes still has his nose in there. He's not going to touch the grass or the gravel this time, so he's still side by side. Is he going to try and go the long way around? It's good, clean racing from both of them, and there's a yellow flag. Just at the start, at the start line after chicane, and it is the Alpine, who looks to have spun and maybe has wing damage, but has to complete another lap. As we go back to the action up in the top spots, Sem Games did not complete, and there's another yellow flag on turn 1 from the Alpine again. Doesn't look to have a good race, as I am currently watching the Alfa Romeo of Sem Games, maybe looking for a move on the Mercedes. Only 1/10 between them. He's right behind him. Both are probably using overtake. Later braking by Mercedes, making him go deep in the thing, and gives Sem Games a better exit. Now has DRS. So does Mercedes. Is he going to go around the outside? He's going to try it, and he's going to be unsuccessful with good defending. But Sem Games is now attempting to go. No, he touched behind, very close behind now, as they're both side by side now. They're now side by side going along. Both will have DRS. Sem Games is currently got his nose in front, but as we're into the braking zone, Sem Games looks to have got P2 now after a long battle. Sem Games has come out on top.
yeah, the Alpine has now been lapped, so not so good race for me.
Yeah, the Alpine looks to be struggling, and may just retire himself. And there is 10-second time delay because of exceeding track limits for the Alpine, so a very not good, a bad race has just turned into an even worse race for the Alpine now. As the Mercedes is closing up 2 games behind him, with the gap now only 6 tenths. Is he going to be close enough to gain? He will be close enough for DRS on both straights. As he goes for the braking zone, gains a few thousandths but loses it on the exit. And he's now gaining with slipstream and DRS, with 7 games not having DRS. He's going to have to put a very good defensive fight to try and keep you behind. As we go around the first corner, we still have Mercedes of Taylor in the lead, comfortably now with a 1.4 second gap, as there is a huge battle as 7 games still still leading, and there's a yellow flag behind, which I think it is the AlphaTauri of Le Mans who has DNF'd into the first corner.
And we have a safety car.
And safety car is out. So, and the drive-through penalty for Twitch, Max in the McLaren in P13 for speeding on the safety car. Just before that safety car, the Mercedes of Yellow Flower did get the position and is now P2, so it is again a Mercedes 1-2 and safety car. But that gap will slowly close up between 1 and 2, making them all nice and together, and the whole pack should be all together. So we will see a safety car restart and we will see what will happen. Yeah, the Alpine seems to be out of the race because the person who is in the position above him is in fact behind him on track and may lap him, so the Alpine looks to not have a good run, as everyone I think seems to be going into the pits. Mercedes look to be double stacking, and have they nailed the timing?
Yep.
I think they have. So Mercedes' strategy has worked. They will keep their 1-2, maybe? They should keep their 1-2. Maybe not, as the Haas of Raymond didn't stop as he was on mediums and has to take avoiding action there as the safety car came. So he's now still Taylor leading the way, but now a Haas who has yet to stop, I believe. Yes, who is yet to stop and is on old sets of mediums. He's now running in second with the second Mercedes of Yellow behind, and Sun Games now in fourth. I think everyone has... Oh, there is contact now, and it's P2 and P3 who have collided, both with 5 seconds now.
Yeah, 5-second penalty for Yellow Flower in the Mercedes.
Yep. So that maybe helps some games now, knowing all he has to do is stick close to both the cars in front of him, and more penalties for the Ferrari of Chelsea, who has collided with the Red Bull of Fan. So a lot of people collided on the safety car, which may start some conversation later on about the speed of which cars go during the safety car, as the last 2 people are catching up to the queue, with everyone on brand new sets of tyres over than Raymond, who is on 6-lap old mediums. And there's more penalties, 4, and more penalties. I've just noted that the Aston Martin of Hawk has put on a fresh set of softs. So, is he going for an aggressive start to get as many positions as he can? As 7 games is going to be investigated after the race for exceeding track limits on either defending or overtaking. Oh,
Aston Martin going in for a pair of mediums.
He was on 0 lap old softs, I believe, but as he made the wrong call, as he won't lose any positions, as the Alpine who is behind him is in the safety car queue, so he will keep his position. So as everyone has now caught up, I do believe people will now start to bunch up and maybe the safety car may restart.
Yeah, they're very close to each other, every driver. So they're risking driving into each other.
So I believe the safety car should start now as everything is cleared up. But let's wait for confirmation. Has 7 games been illegally overtaken? Because he's now in 5th, and was he in 4th?
Yeah, I think he was in 4th.
And safety car is coming in this lap.
Now we can see here again, there's a lot of penalties out.
Yep, we have 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 15, 5, drive through, and 10 seconds. As the safety car will be coming in, as you saw a confirmation just a moment ago. So I believe let's get on board with the race leader for the safety car restart, as there's more penalties coming in. As the race is now underway and there is an amazing safety car restart from the Mercedes with a now 9 10th gap, with now a full second gap between him and P2. So a very good safety car restart, as he's gained 1 second off the leader of the person behind him. He will be using overtake to gain more, but there is slipstream that helps people behind them.
Side by side here, Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin. But Aston Martin does keep the position, but he's gonna maybe come back here.
And there's contact. There is contact. I don't know if there's any damage, but there was some contact, and he's going for well defended there by Sam. There was contact, but is there going to be any damage or any penalties given? as
I
there are
don't
people
think
running.
there were any damage to the
I
front
did,
wing, but
yeah, I didn't see any debris or anything come off, but there was damage. There is a yellow flag.
yeah, we have a
I
Ferrari.
think a Ferrari who was going slow as he come off the track, and a wobble with the back end. As the Red Bull of Fan is going, and it is currently a big battle, a 4-car battle,
When the Asmortis
and
spun.
there's a spin, and a lot of people are going wide. It is hectic down in the back.
Yeah,
And
there are a
there
lot of
is
people.
a maybe 6-way battle coming round the turn 1, and it's very hectic. A lot of people running wide. Now, are we going to see any contact and anything happen up here, as we have someone going wide and coming back onto track a little dangerously? No one has DRS, as we have to wait 2 or 3 laps after the safety car comes in. So it's basically on overtake and your raw
When
power.
McLaren spun, McLaren
There's a
spun.
McLaren.
Both McLarens.
Put it on. Yes, McLaren there. Yeah. And one McLaren is having a nightmare. Get Too Strong is having a nightmare trying to get his car back straight and ready to go, as
Yep.
tire temperatures will be high after spinning.
Get
So
Too Strong was in a battle with a Red Bull, and
he's done
then
again.
they had the contact, so he spun.
And he's good again, and he's backed into the wall, so that may be damage to his rear wing as he's backed into the wall. But he is struggling for grip now, and he's going slowly, trying to make sure he doesn't spin again. As we see P1, Taylor has gained a big gap of 2 seconds, plus the 5-second penalty for the Haas in P2, and the 10-second penalty for his teammate Yellow in P3. So it's looking very comfortable now for the Mercedes, and DRS is now available, so maybe we will see more overtakes happening, as we see the Williams of SP only 5 tenths now behind, and DRS will be open later on in a lap for the second DRS zone he will have. So let's see if anything can happen. The second Alfa Romeo, currently P7, is close enough to DRS as well. And
Safe scar, Get Too Strong and spun into the wall.
Is he out? He has hit the wall and is out. So we have another safety car after just DRS coming back. So this will put a halt to all racing. Players must follow a certain speed and stay behind the safety car. So after 11 laps, we've had 2 safety cars. We have had 2 safety cars and 2 DNF. Penalties coming through again with the safety car. So are the FIA going to investigate people's behaviour under the safety car with the amount of collisions that is happening? But we currently have, again, we are currently back to a 1-2 for Mercedes, with 7 games closely behind in third, but we are in safety car, so no overtaking, and you have to stay behind the safety car. We are on lap 12 now, so there should be about 10-11 laps remaining. Can there be any more drama, any more collisions, or even any more safety cars that can come?
Yeah, Chelsea has pitted for a fresh pair of softs.
So maybe he's going for the aggressive strat, trying to survive the 10-11 laps because of the safety car, and going for position gains due to the softer compound, which is faster. Are people going to catch up quick enough that we will have a restart this lap, or are we going to go for another lap with the safety car? It looks to be another lap as the McLaren of Twitch Max has not caught up yet, so it will be another lap under the safety car. So everyone is now joined up together. Everyone is in one nice big pack behind the safety car. So the safety car should be coming in at the end of the lap, and we will have a restart. Then there is more penalties coming through now. As I think there is a Red Bull who has lost his front wing into the wall. So there is more debris on the racing line now. Further back in sector 2. So will we see the safety car go longer, or will it restart and the Red Bull lose more time as he has to change his front wing, which is no more? Oh, and he's hit the back of someone, and someone is ghosted and is pulling aside. It is carnage at the
Safety
back
car
now.
in this lap.
So it is carnage at the back, and safety car is in, and the Red Bull of DDSM has no front wing, so we'll have to pit. As everyone is now bunching up. As we look towards the front of the grid now for the safety car, which is coming in this lap. Oh, and the Mercs collide together just before the safety car goes in. Two Mercedes hit each other, and it will cost the Mercedes loads of time. Who has, I think, believe, gone into the pits because of damage, which pushes 10 games up the order.
Yeah, that was not good for Mercedes.
That was not. Now,
That Alfa Romeo go for it immediately.
Yes, he's going very aggressive. And there is more contact, a severe collision. But as the Alfa Romeo is desperately trying to get into that P1 spot, very, very close behind him.
They're very close. Almost
Very
touching.
close now, side by side. Is he going to try to switch back? Hope he's going to stay right behind him. Within the slipstream, is he now going for a move? He tries, but it's again defended by the Mercedes. Can the Mercedes hold off and gain a big enough lead? The Williams of SP is now caught up due to the battle of the two leaders.
Looks like we had a spin from Aston Martin, Alberts. But he, yeah, I think there was a battle between some people and he spun, so.
Right, and there is a yellow flag, which looks to be cleared up now. As we're coming around to finish the first lap after the restart. And some games only 4 tenths now behind the leader. Oh, and Seb Games does have some oversteer, and his rears do have a bit of wheel spin, and this will lose him time, and he's now dropped to just under a second now.
Here comes the Williams on the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah,
got defended.
He's going one side and then blocked. Is he going to go down the inside? No, it was defended or blocked very well by Seb. The Williams has now dropped back now after his attempted move, and some games has dropped back a full second behind the leader now. And DRS is now available, so if anybody is in within a second, then they are able to gain a 10-mile-an-hour advantage of extra speed. But the Mercedes of Taylor looking very confident in the lead, and he's just cruising his way around, not making any mistakes, and hopefully I didn't just jinx him. With more than a second gap between him and Sim Games, who is running in second.
Yeah, I also think Sim Games is saving a lot of overtake or ERS. As we have someone off track, Aston Martin.
Yes. Aston Martin is not. Both Aston Martins are struggling today. So some teams have been really doing very well, and some teams it's just not their day. the Mercedes of yellow has come back now to 10th, just inside that points position. But it was looking very strong with a 1-2 before the collision. But for Alfa Romeo, who are currently 2nd and 4th, and there's yellow flags, is that the Alpine who's come off? And it has, the Alpine has spun. And is there a Red Bull there as well? So was the contact?
No, I think the Alpine just spun.
Or did they just spin on the curb? So the Alpine is definitely not having a good race today, unfortunately for him. And it looks like the Williams, as we're looking at the yellow flag of SP, has taken the lead off 7 games. Oh. Maybe. No. Second. I believe. And there is contact and there's yellow flags around. There is yellow flags in all sectors now, and the Ferrari of Chelsea sets the fastest lap, which will be added points, but there is many yellow flags now as they all clear up. Yes, so the Williams of SP has taken...
Sam Games goes off track.
Again,
cutting.
and
Oh, when it's
collides with
contact
his
between the
teammate.
two.
There is contact, and he loses his front wing to the Haas. So Sam Games running very strong, took pole position in qualifying, has now had some awful events happen, colliding with his teammate, then spinning, having his front wing taken off by the Haas, who doesn't seem to have damage but may still have
And there's
damage.
contact.
Oh!
Red Bull drove right into Sam Games. Right into the back.
Will that be under investigation from the FIA?
That was quite dramatic, as they were on the straight and he just flew right into the back.
So Sam Games is now coming into the pit. Will he put on some softs?
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much the only thing he can do.
Softs would be the reasonable option with the five laps to go for.
Yeah, it's the softs going on.
And he has to take his stop and go penalty for the 5-second time penalty of colliding under the safety car, which adds to the time as he has to mind.
There's a safety car.
And safety car is out again after the incident.
This could, as the Mercedes had a 5-second lead, now it will not be that anymore. So
crucially for Mercedes, he has no penalties, and the two behind him who could take the position of both have 5 seconds. So the Mercedes leading the race is looking very strong for a win today at the Belgium Grand Prix. And disqualification for the Alpine, who has gone the wrong way.
yeah, it's been a very bad race for him today.
Yeah, not the best of days for the Alpine, who is the only Alpine driver, as their second driver, I believe, couldn't race.
Yeah, that Alpine is the first disqualification.
But we've had 2 DNFs. No, 3, sorry, DNFs.
Yeah, 3 DNFs.
Well, the Red Bull of DDSM has also put on some softs to see if they can maybe gain points.
Yeah, a lot of people have put on the softs, or 4 people have put on the softs.
It is looking like it may be a hectic finish unless people don't close up fast enough and we finish under the safety car. Yeah, there is a lot of soft runners on now. Softs from P5 all the way to P10. They are all on softs, with P12 also on softs. With only 12 runners in the race now, after 4 people not able to finish the race, as people are starting to catch up to the safety car, and there's a little queue forming, and there is a Aston Martin who is pitted for some softs, and the McLaren of Max has pitted also for some, I'm guessing, for some softs off his 6 lap all medium, and to change his wings, so he must have had the wing damage. So which puts the Red Bull only 1 position behind points today. Leading is still the Mercedes because of the safety car, but he's on 11 lap old mediums, and behind him is the Alfa Romeo of Ville, who is on only 6 lap old mediums.
Yeah, both
does have a time penalty.
Yeah, both Ferraris have 20 seconds, so that's not good for the Ferraris.
So, and with only very little laps to go, and the safety car still out. Ooh, and there was nearly contact there between the and there was contact, and there was a bunch of contact there. The thingy, Ferrari, McLaren, and Williams all tapping each other with some changing of positions, which will be illegal and should be given back. Which may mean more added penalties if not given back. As we are on now lap 20 and the safety out of 22, and the safety car is still out. So are we gonna get 2 laps of racing, or even 1 lap of racing? There is flashbacks of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the season finale of the real F1, coming to my mind.
Yeah, the McLaren of Twitch Max is very far behind, so...
Yeah, he's lost his wing again, so looking very not good as well. He's lost his front wing, so we'll have to pit again, and he just put a brand new set of softs on. So we will lose that set of softs, which makes him even further behind. And then you have the Red Bull of the DSM 23 seconds behind as well. But are they far enough away where the safety car, where it is believed they won't interfere with the safety car restart, and we can get underway for 2 laps of racing, or we want to get the 1 lap of racing?
Yeah, I think we will get 1 lap of racing.
It may be 2, because the Red Bull is caught up, and I believe the McLaren is far enough away.
Yeah.
So we may see 2 laps of racing underway, which could be critical for people jumping positions, and furthermore, it could be costly to the people, and the safety car is in this lap, but it could be costly to the people with time penalties, as second place with Alfa Romeo has a 5 seconds, which means he will drop down to P3 if it stays like this, and then you have a bunch of penalties down, which means both Ferraris will drop down to 12th and 11, leaving everyone else to get 11 and 10, leaving everyone to get points, bar Chelsea and Max in the McLaren, if it stays in this order and the gap between doesn't grow too much. So as we're getting ready to start the safety car, as we're getting for the safety car restart, it is a very good start from the Mercedes, who is who is making that gap bigger, as now slipstream effect is underway and the Alfa Romeo is slowly catching up. And there is a switch from Sim Games, who has made a move, as there are many people all close together, as it may be free wide. Is it free ride? It attempts the free ride in front, but nothing seems to happen, as Sim Games now moves up to P5, so the softs working very well for the Alfa Romeo now in P5, who at the moment will be able to still have P2 and won't lose out as of penalties. And there is a yellow flag. Who is that? Is it
Has.
It's the Haas? Oh, the Haas Raymond, who has hit the wall and has no front wing, which will cost him a lot because he has to pit on the last lap, meaning he could lose time, and he goes very wide due to no front wing, which means no down force for him at the front. So at the moment it looks like we will have points for everyone bar the Haas of Raymond and the McLaren of Max. As there's more yellow flags. Is there a Williams going slow? I think he's going slow as he hit something. Does he have damage?
Yeah, Sim Games is going very aggressive now.
He's now into P3, and if it stays like it is now, he will have seconds. It will be one for. It may be a first for Mercedes and a third for Mercedes because of penalties at the moment. St. Games using as much ERS as he can, trying to catch up and close gap so he can maybe attack the race leader on the last lap of the race. But
This is the last lap.
Yeah, exactly. On the last lap of the race. As more yellow flags further down, as the Haas has changed his wing and has put some mediums on, which will only have to do a lap. With the Williams got no front wing, so we'll have to complete the rest of the race with no front wing, but should lose out on his position as Max is inside the 15-second gap, which means he will be bumped up to 10th, which means McLaren will have 1 point maybe from this race. As we're coming round the final corner, we have a very close battle. We have no ARS for the Mercedes, and there is a 5-second time of someone, but the Mercedes of Taylor comes round and will take first position. Sim Games finishes in third, but because of penalties become second, and the second Mercedes of yellow takes third position, starting with there's our podium finishes for today. Very good race for for Mercedes, sorry, after the incident later on with the safety car.
The Aston Martin spun and crashed out for finishing, so he won't be getting any points.
Yep, so it will be points for McLaren. It will gain, I believe, 2 points from P9, and maybe the Haas gain points due to penalties. Let's see for when he crosses the line, as he's the last one to cross the line, and he does gain points, I believe, or maybe not, I can't remember. I believe he may gain points and getting 1 point for Haas, as the Aston Martin driver, Hawk, has got driver of day in game. As we see, Mercedes now celebrating with a 1-3, and Sim Games, after having contact, managed to come back for second position. as we can now run down the order with everything. We have Taylor finishing first, gaining good points for Mercedes in the lead of the Constructors' Championship, which has been increased by their double podium today. Alfa Romeo takes 2 and 4, with Sam Games getting a podium after a collision and losing his front wing. The Aston Martin of Hawk from P15 on the grid has made his way to P5, gaining 10 positions. The Red Bull of DDSM has now 6, 7 for Chelsea, 8 for Jack, 9 for Max in McLaren, 10 for Raymond, and 11 for SP in the Williams. Aston Martin of Albers down in 12th, Fan in 13th, Get Too Strong in 14th, Lemon in 15th, and Timu in the Alpine coming last in 16th. As that wraps up the race from today.
Yeah, it was a very exciting race. We had a restart.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
So yeah, it's been a very exciting race.
Collisions everywhere. 3 safety cars. We had a race restart. A very promising race from Mercedes and Alfa Romeo, all gaining very good points. So that wraps it up for the Belgian Grand Prix. Your winner is Taylor in the Mercedes.
So yeah.
Oh my, have you ended it, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.